things that a nigga want to buy on it. Like, damn. Another thing that I just thought looked cool was this bucket of popcorn. Is this the one I commented on? No. I already feel bad for all the Wendy's workers. My heart goes out to them. Recently, for those of y'all who don't know, there's like a Wendy's collab with Nickelodeon where they're serving real Krabby Patties. Sure, nigga. Where they're selling real Krabby Patties, and now the theater is selling these Gladiator helmet, cup, and popcorn bucket. And the reason why I feel bad for them is because, especially if they're uncultured musically, a lot of these employees are gonna have people coming up to them, even though there's another 50 popcorn buckets in the back. And they gonna be like, yo, what the are you okay? There's only one more bucket left. And they gonna be looking like, what the fuck are you talking? Nigga, I just did inventory. There's 50 in the back. Usher screaming in our ears like we're deaf. I'm not even an usher. Why are the ushers in the theater yelling at you at the top of their lungs, fucking with you? It's like, bro, I feel so bad for them, cause shit about to be real annoying when Metal Face fans get a hold of this information. Gonna be all in the theater buying out the stock. I can already see somebody going to the theater to buy like 60 of these bitches just to scalp it on eBay. Gotta respect a good businessman every time I see one, but goddamn, bro. Imagine putting a bucket that you already reached all inside the head of, fucking crusty, dusty popcorn insides all over that bitch, just for you to throw that fucker up on eBay. Like, ill. Anyway, this one I kind of wanted to glance over because, like, some of the stuff I saw the other day when Twitch was talking about this, I was like, I'm not too versed with this, so I'm not gonna like give any deep hard thoughts, pause, outside of my realm of understanding. This, however, is in my realm of understanding. Twitch tells Dexterto that their guidelines for VTubers hasn't changed and that they are required to follow the same attire guidelines as human streamers. Excuse me, as I talked about the other day, those guidelines are very, very loose for the simple fact that those guidelines are basically butt-ass naked, unless you're a dude, butt-ass naked. Cause I seen some stuff after I did a little bit more research into it. I seen some stuff where a lot of VTubers were wearing like slightly suggestive attire and getting banned, where on the other end of the spectrum, this isn't getting banned. So it's like, bro, like if y'all have rules, be consistent. Be consistent on your rules or get rid of them. This one I also wanted to highlight, and fuck this nigga news. First, I'm gonna play the video. Actually, no, first I'm gonna play the video and I'm gonna let you guess why this is one of the worst videos I've seen on the internet. Hands down this week, definitively this month, why it is one of the worst videos I've seen.
New jet ski. All right, guys, I got my filmer a brand new 300 horsepower supercharged jet ski as a I'm sorry gift for, you know, getting him in that McLaren crash. He's been wanting this for literally ever. It's my birthday today, but it's our birthday after what I put him through a couple days ago. All right, guys, so my filmer Michael just got back, and now I'm gonna surprise him with his new jet ski. Michael David.
Oh, you're lying. You're fucking lying. You said that?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Your new jet ski.
Holy shit.
Yes, sir.
Yo, my heart's racing. Holy shit. You jet ass?
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm glad you like it. You're the best, bro. We were literally talking about this yesterday.
Holy.
Is it worth it?
Car crash? Yeah. You rap. You said that for us. Thank you.
Of course, bro. You're a legend, dog. Kiss. Sorry.
So just so y'all understand what I'm about to say, let me see if I could get a clear image of dude's face. Just so y'all could understand, when he said they were in a car crash, first off, he was in a car crash because he was texting and driving while he was live streaming. That's already mistake, fault, fuck up number one. He was texting and driving. Going at high speeds in a McLaren. Texting and driving in a McLaren at high speeds on a rainy day. Eyes completely off the road. Swerved and crashed into the side of the road. Like, I'm not going to play the clip because I'm too lazy to find it. And not even because I give a fuck about TOS. I'm just too lazy to find it. But it's really easy to find. Dude was all types of bleeding outside of his head and stuff like that. And he said, yo, bro, I know that in... Where was the picture?
The best. Talking about this, yes, brand new 300 new jet ski.
Where is it?
My filmer Michael just got back, and now I'm gonna surprise. Talking about this.
Damn, y'all saw the car earlier. I'm gonna mute it, and whenever it gets to the car. But in a car crash that left his car completely totaled, that almost killed this man. Yeah, a car crash that left a car looking like that. Like, nigga, look. The whole front of the car is gone. The car looked like Squidward with his nose chopped off. The whole front of the car is missing. You damn near killed this dude. If you go look at the footage, dude was bleeding out of his head all over his face, barely conscious. This nigga wobbling back and forth, sideways, holding the camera like this and shit because the nigga potentially got a concussion. And yo, my bad gift was I'm gonna buy you a jet ski. Like, yo, my fault. I almost killed you in this car crash, but I brought you something that's gonna make you incur a bill because insurance and maintenance. So we cool, right? I almost fucking killed you, but we alright because I brought you a jet ski. We good. No, quit that nigga's job, bro. No amount of money is ever worth it. Worth your fucking life. Now, for this section of the video, I'm just gonna go through and watch a couple different reviews of Undisputed because this game, I want it so badly to be good to the point to where it scares EA to make a fight night. And I've heard two motherfuckers in Hellcats were racing near my street and one of them crashed. Yeah, shit be crazy, man. And it's funny your name is crazy and I'm saying this, but yeah, shit be crazy because it's like, bro, niggas be doing anything. Niggas be doing anything with money. And it's like, yo, you're not gonna apologize to me after some shit like that with a fucking jet ski. Like, no, get the fuck out my face. Anyway, back to talking about Undisputed. So I heard some rumors that EA is working on a new fight night, but I haven't like seen those rumors anywhere than out of somebody's mouth. So I'm not gonna delve too much into that. But what I hope happens is that this fucking game, Undisputed, I hope this game is so good that it makes EA feel their ass cheeks get hot. Because besides the fact that they're liars and their pants are on fire, it makes their butt cheeks get hot because they're like, ooh, somebody lit a fire under there. And it makes them finally make a fight night. This game low-key might determine if we ever get a new fight night or not. Because one of the reasons why fight night hasn't come back for a very long time, for those of you who are unaware, is because it is very hard to round up a bunch of boxers and get the rights to use them in a video game. So yeah, that's the reason why that game hasn't come back for a while. But hopefully this game will encourage them, will light a fire under their butt cheeks and encourage them to make a new one. Because I want an actually good modern day boxing game that I don't have to boot up a damn emulator to play or depend on backwards compatibility to work for. Let's get into it. We're gonna 1.5 the reviews.
The indie studio at Steel City Interactive have a tough uphill battle to win considering the tough act they have to follow up on EA's Fight Night Champion, considered by many to be the greatest boxing game of all time. Yes, that makes Undisputed the first officially licensed boxing game in over a decade, and it manages to put up a good fight despite being a clear underdog. While Undisputed's budget does show in spots, notably the bland career mode, the moment-to-moment gameplay punch well above their weight provide.
Hey, thank you for sending gifts, Brody. But yeah, that's one thing that I noticed in the in just the trailers, just off the eye test. The trailer looked, I mean, not the trailer. Well, yeah, the trailer did look lacking, but the fucking story mode, it looked lacking. It looked like something I could experience on the fucking PS2. Like it, like a dead ass. I said it. I was like, I've recently went back and played PS2 Fight Night, and I was like, this shit looks exactly the same. Thank you for all the support, my boy. Oh, wait, does this have captions?
One begins to really feel the decade-long advancement in technology since the last licensed boxing game. These are the best.
I don't know about that because this don't. Do I have it on like max HD? Okay, let me turn it on 4K. Y'all won't be able to see it on 4K because of video compression, but I turned this shit up to 4K and it looks the fucking same. It looks the fucking same.
Best graphics for a boxing game yet.
Maybe the frame rate. No, frame rate don't make it look better because this nigga has on motion blur.
Right here with the Unity engine is rather astounding. These 70+ roster of fighters all look like they're.
That's Unity.
They didn't just perfect the tattoos likeness of cover athletes like Canelo Alvarez, but perfectly captured every detail of Conor Benn's fully covered body tattoos.
Crazy that they have all these characters with tattoos, but you can't put none on your fucking character, according to what I heard.
Undisputed features the most realistic graphics in any boxing game to date, capturing the likeness of the comprehensive roster of fighters in great detail.
But that's because they have no competition. Like right now, if I right now put a gun to somebody's head and I said name a current boxing game that released after 2020, don't say Fight Night. Yeah, mom. Hello? Yeah, I was just calling you real quick to say it's been wonderful being alive and have you as my mom, but I love you. I just wanted to call you and say I love you real quick before this nigga shoot me in the back of my head because for some fucking reason I couldn't name a boxing game. Okay, bow. That's exactly how that scenario is gonna play out because you can't do it, bro. So it's like it wins by default. It wins by default. It doesn't win because it's genuinely the best. Because these graphics, they don't look impressive. They look average.
Just as important as graphics are the animations, and I'm pleased to say that Undisputed excels in this department just as well. It's not easy to capture body-to-body contact with complex arm motions without embarrassing.
I also don't agree on that. The boxing and stuff like that, and like when I compare it to a PS2 game, it's not me being facetious. This deadass, like the animation quality, deadass looks like the stuff I would see in a PlayStation, worse than what I would see in a PlayStation 2 Fight Night. This Fight Night, the game was just fluid. It was so ahead of its time. It came out in like 2004. I was about to say 20. Well, technically 2004 would be a year, but it came out all the way back in 2004, and this game still can't match up to its fluidity.
Clipping
crazy.
The immersion. Thankfully, almost every motion in Undisputed looks natural, with combo punches and fleeting foot.
Let me slow it down a bit so I can see real-time gameplay.
Their body when doing an uppercut, and pivot their feet realistically when stepping into a heavy KO intention punch. Whether you're switching up different stances and combos or blocking with straight jabs, the motions manage to.
Like, this shit looks so realistic. Animations don't look good.
Fighters don't all feature their.
How many blocks do they have? That's still what I want to know.
Fighters do.
Because like I know
unique style doesn't translate over to their.
Because like I know they have the main block like this and the other block like this, but how many other main blocking styles do they have? That's something I really want to know.
Fight behavior. For example, Alexander Usyk doesn't kneel down in his corner before fights, instead standing around with stock animations the rest of the fighters would have when not engaged in the ring. All in all, the graphics and animation.
Wait, what?
Kneel down in his corner before fights.
I'm confused.
Don't all feature their unique stances and quirks. Many of the notable fighters.
Damn, so he's saying on top of that, there's no attention to detail?
Do. Unfortunately, a fighter's unique style doesn't translate over to their entrance or post-fight behavior.
So everybody just goes.
Alexander Usyk doesn't kneel down in his
and sit down in the corner.
Instead, standing around with stock animations.
As long as the gameplay is solid, I guess, bro.
All in all,
I guess that's not the most important thing.
The highlight of this entire experience for me.
And that highlight ain't that damn high.
Every bit as authentic and visceral as a professional boxing bout should be.
And what's the max frame rate on this shit? Does it max out at 60 or does it like go up to 120?
Career prize.
Because that would actually be something that's like revolutionary.
It's intended to challenge the player in interesting ways. I wish you earned something to transfer to your career modes after successfully winning a.
Oh yeah, I heard about this mode. That shit sounds ass.
Leaderboard, as well as bragging rights and some trophies/achievements upon a particularly skillful performance. Undisputed doesn't attempt to fill the shoes of Fight Night regarding its career mode. The career mode here lacks any story or presentation value outside of the spectacle of the fights themselves, rather supplying a sim-like experience progressing and managing your fighting career. Everything is text-based with no voice acting or immersive training minigames like most other sports titles have. Once I realized what this career mode wasn't trying to be, I quite enjoyed what it had to offer, regardless of its shortcomings.
Sounds ass to me.
Character creator is surprisingly versatile.
I'd have to see though.
Types and facial features. Just take a look at the stuff I created as an example of the horrors or beauties that you can craft. The game provides a generous...
This does look cool, but...
a solid selection of different hairstyles. To say fans won't be disappointed with the character creator here. As expected, you can allocate all the different stats as you see fit to your character, as well as give them a stance, gloves, shorts, taunts, and walkout music.
Okay.
Gloves, shorts, and shoes is pathetic. Under 10
more nicknames, let's go.
Studio patches a wider variety post-launch. Once you've created your character within career mode and overcome the beginner tournament, it's time to hire your 3 staff members to prepare for some real fights. You're given a salary for winning fights, which will need to be carefully managed by paying staff and medical expenses. Staff with superior...
Don't care.
For your staff to patch you up needed money to balance. Build yourself into a losing...
At this point,
these aspects are managed poorly.
let's see what his final wrap-up was.
Battle paying for medical fees for those poorly timed blocks that you got cut up in the last fight.
Wait, whoa, you gotta pay medical fees?
I particularly grin at the potential to build yourself into a losing career if these aspects are managed poorly early on. It can feel like an uphill battle paying for medical fees for those poorly timed blocks that you got cut up in the last fight, making your choices within career feel all the more impactful and urgent.
Okay. That's not like a revolutionary feature in terms of like, oh, I'm going to buy the game because you could get punched in the face and you actually got to pay a hospital bill for it. But it's like, you know what? That doesn't sound like the worst feature ever. That sounds cool. Sounds like they paid attention to detail in places where it wasn't hard to put that detail, if that makes sense.
Making career mode feel less special and worthwhile than it could have been. Unfortunately, these servers weren't available for me to play any matches within the game's online modes, as I played during the limited pre-launch window and not the beta period earlier in the year.
We don't give a fuck then.
With matchmaking, citing occasional lag, and ghost punches as problem areas. But this is a review of the current iteration of the game and not the beta, so I have no comment to give on the state of the online servers at this time.
Oh god. Skip forward a bit.
Devastating KO. Like the real sport of boxing, expanding a lot of energy in repeated strong punches result in a quicker decline in stamina, which of course has its own meter that must be managed throughout the fight. Stamina isn't the only meter you have to watch. You also have a health and block meter that decline as those parts of your fighter's body get...
Wait, you have a block meter? Wait, what? Is that what he just said?
In repeated strong punches result in a quicker decline in stamina.
I don't like that.
It has its own meter that must be managed throughout the fight. Stamina isn't the only meter you have to watch. You also have a health and block meter that decline as those parts of your fighter's body get... The various meters...
Yeah, I was just about to say, I noticed that.
Undisputed. Stats are divided into 5 broad categories, which are then subdivided into 3 smaller categories.
I mean, real shit, we all know everybody's just gonna go for fucking jab until you block up high, stomach shots or uppercuts to make you block low, and it's just about everybody going for 30 minutes. Come on now.
Only your head and body can be damaged over time, but your blocks as well. This is another little wrinkle that adds authenticity to the experience. You really can't rely too heavily on any one stance unless you want that part to get fatigued early on.
That's a cool mechanic. I'm not gonna lie. See, now that's a mechanic that makes me go, okay, maybe they did actually put effort into this game and think about what they were doing.
Is balanced quite well, encouraging players to stay on their toes, switching up their offense and defense to spread around the damage just like a real sport. This attention to detail regarding individual fighter parameters translates...
That's an actually cool idea.
Opponent. For example, if your career mode fighter has weak blocking and strong body stats, it may be wise to choose an opponent that doesn't typically wear out the opponent's block with rapid jabs. Micromanaging these
makes you think about your fights for more than just money. Okay.
Orients Undisputed as a more sim-based fighting game, while allowing for accessibility through difficult modifiers and the like. That said, some punches do slip through and clip through well-placed blocks occasionally, making your risk-reward efforts go to waste. I don't want to make it seem too since it's rare for punches to clip through blocks, but it did occur to me nonetheless and bears mentioning. Another issue that a majority of myself have noted is how tethered to your opponent your fighter is. You're always facing in the position of your opponent, which makes bouts feel on rails sliding along an immovable axis, negating freedom of movement. Sure, you can sway and punch, but even that comes at the expense of your punches, since you can't input both sways and punches simultaneously.
What the fuck?
Being a truly authentic simboxing experience.
So you mean I can't do shit like this? So what? A feature Fight Night had in 2002 is being able to do this. Oh my god. Yo, this shit has like some... Alright, this is how I feel. It feels like an amateur studio got the opportunity to make something cool and they're doing the best they can. But I can't really call you an amateur studio doing the best you can because you got the money to license actual real notable boxers. So it's like if you're able to pay actual boxers that aren't gonna demand little bum money amounts of money for their likeness to be in a game, it's like, bro, you gotta come hard, bro. You gotta come really hard.
But the inability to punch while swaying or dodging feels particularly limiting. Pound for pound, Undisputed is worthy enough of a boxing game for fans of the genre waiting for something to fill the void left by EA's Fight Night series. It doesn't supply any of the compelling narrative that EA's Legendary series offered with its story mode, but Undisputed provided a fun career mode with fun matches.
Which is,
Undisputed is perhaps most noteworthy for being the most graphically impressive boxing game to date. And
no,
an amazing roster of 7.
that's not good enough.
Is Undisputed worth the $59.99 asking price? Maybe not, but it's a solid choice for the boxing game enthusiast, and one that will satisfy until a more...
$65 for that shit?
Hey, did you know that we have giving?
Yeah, that shit is worth like $40. We'll give a like to that video. We'll watch another review, see if there's anything consistent.
Short left hook. Boom. Short left hook. Body shot.
Wait.
Boom. Short left hook. Boom. Short left hook.
He's playing in training mode or story. Don't care. Okay, let's see.
This is my first run. As you can see, I'm already is.
Oh, is this not a review?
It's a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. We'll watch the gameplay.
Canelo Alvarez. This is the normal difficulty.
Let's
First,
see what the gameplay looks like in a moment to moment.
now I played the beta on PC a little while back, and it was just trash. But this is much improvement since those beta days, and there's a lot to this.
Okay. The movement looks a lot more smooth, like in actual gameplay.
Plugging it out.
You know what? I've been seeing a lot of like gameplay from gaming journalists, and you know them niggas, Cuphead.
What I've learned real fast is that you got to learn your fighter's distance, his range.
Okay.
Tries Canelo was kind of catching me. I was catching him. Punches getting smothered. All that type of stuff. You got to really find your range, and you got to. Another thing I noticed, that punches will whiff. So if you both throwing the same type of punch, and it'll go right around each other. So like, yeah, there's no.
Oh, so there's no clash?
Where you can just press buttons and punches will land if you're throwing them. Nah, these punches.
That is not how Fight Night work. You could dodge like a motherfucker in that game.
Your punch output. And I'm still trying to get used to the controls and how to block and.
Okay, we've seen enough of this match. Let's see how some other characters play. If there's other characters.
Yeah, they probably learn over time, but.
Okay, no, there isn't. So I'll watch till like the 3-minute mark. I'll watch another minute. Get a feel for how it looks.
Certain fighters.
Okay, now that I'm watching somebody who actually knows how to play the fucking game play, the animation still looks stiff, but the speed feels better than what I was watching before. Because before I had to speed up the video to tolerate the gameplay, but now I'm watching like an actual person play. It looks cooler.
Fighter can do it, but the fighters that I selected, Crawford, Ali,
Oof.
You press up on
those hit sounds got impact.
More of an elusive stance, elusive style.
This is normal? Ain't tapping your shit like that?
They're more normal stance.
Normal still doesn't look hard, but still. Well, I mean, it's normal, not hard, but you get what I mean. Like normal it looks like this is gonna be one of those games where the hardest difficulty isn't that good if you vaguely know how to play the game. If you know where the buttons are at on your controller, hard ain't that hard.
Because it's not easy to land a good shot in this game. I'm not even gonna lie. It's not easy to land.
I still want to know if there's more than 2 blocks.
Yeah. Everybody got different punches. Not everybody punches the same. Some guys are better at certain punches than others. Some guys may have a stronger jab, better jab. Some guys may have better uppercut. Some guys' left hand may be stronger than their right hand. All those details are implemented into this game. As you see, I switched back to the orthodox stance.
Oh, you could stance character this shit? Well, he kind of said that earlier, but I didn't know it was like mid-match. Okay.
How to really get Canelo Alvarez. You got to keep him at a distance.
Okay, so, I mean, the gameplay looks like it has some level of depth.
Jeez Louise.
Now, this is what I'm interested in.
So today,
is it just dude talking?
All of the issues with Undisputed, and these things need to be fixed for this game to actually flourish. And honestly, man, it's just
I'm gonna watch this one. I feel like I should watch on my own time because it's just a talking head video. I feel like I could watch that while I'm cleaning or something like that. Like I said, I'm not gonna season 1, bitch. I never entered. Oh, July. Okay. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna reserve judgment for it until I actually like play it and get my hands on it, because we all know the fighting game that I'm looking forward to is